The day before freshmen reported to university, I joined the freshman group using my secondary WeChat account. As soon as I entered the group, I saw a girl with a diving avatar asking, "Is the school dormitory big? I have mysophobia. Can I spend 1 million to apply for independent accommodation? What's the school like? Is there a helipad? My family wants me to come here by private helicopter. Is the cafeteria environment good? My family usually cooks at the level of a 3-star Michelin chef, and I can't get used to other dishes." The group was dead silent. Seeing no one responded to her, she sent another message. "Is everyone here? Is the group closed? Is there a separate parking lot? I'm afraid my new limited edition Ferrari will be scratched if I park it outside the school." The accompanying picture is a picture of an extremely flashy Ferrari sports car. I laughed. Where did the conspicuous bag come from? Let me meet you. My fingers flew across the keyboard. The skills of a Michelin 3-star chef are average, but my dog loves to eat. After eating, he always runs 3 laps around my golf course that covers tens of thousands of square meters. The accompanying picture is a photo of my Bart running on a grassland. But I have the same problem as you. I don't know where to park my Porsche. The picture is a Porsche photo I stole from Twitter, without the watermark. She didn't notice that I was mocking her, and continued, "This dog has a lot in common with my taste. I'll bring him to my 2,000 square meter lavender estate for a walk some other day. Sister, you have a nice car, and you have the same taste as me. I am willing to buy 2 parking spaces, one for you and one for me." I replied, "Okay, it's not a lot of money, so I won't pay. It will look really cool if our cars are parked next to each other." "No problem, sister. It's nothing. We'll be friends from now on. The price of a private parking lot is not something you and I can afford. Just sprinkle some water on it. To be honest, I don't want to drive it to school anymore. The car is a bit small, and I am 175 centimeters tall, so it's a bit uncomfortable to sit in it." I continued to reply. "Sister, you are absolutely right. I am 177 centimeters tall and I really can't stretch my legs when sitting in a sports car. If it really doesn't work, I won't drive it anymore. I'll just use the extended Rolls-Royce at home to make do. That car is pretty good, at least you can stretch your legs. I have a car of the same model at home. If not, we can let the driver drive that car when school starts." I continued to speak passionately. "No, I must come by helicopter. Helicopters are faster. After all, there is less traffic in the sky." The conspicuous bag replied. "I forgot to mention that I am a male, and my secondary account is a female, and I use a female skydiving avatar. Where did you get those 2 conspicuous bags? Are you okay? Do you think you are the first and second on the Forbes list? I've been watching for quite some time. Are you sure this isn't some joke? It's so funny. You are so pretentious. Where did this rich girl come from? If you had this car, I would wash my hair while standing upside down." Xianyan continued, "I'm just asking some very common questions. Are you guys a little too angry? Also, I can't say who's first or second, but how do you know my family is in the top 10? I followed up with a reply, "That's right, I just answered some of her very common questions. Are you guys a little angry? I can't stand people like you who just pretend to be stupid the moment they open their mouths. Sometimes I feel helpless when I look at the freshman group by myself, and I want to call 110. Can you kick them both out? It's really unbearable to watch. Are they all delusional? Those who claim to drive a Rolls-Royce but secretly ride a shared bike should leave the group." Xianyan stopped speaking in the group, and I didn't continue speaking either. Suddenly, a friend request popped up on WeChat, and it was from that conspicuous rich girl. I passed through at the speed of light. "Sister, the classmates in the group are not very friendly to us, let's talk about it alone. I have a car similar to yours, but with a different paint job. How about I ask my dad to air freight this car over when school starts and we can take turns driving it? This guy isn't done yet, is he?" I said, "Okay, no problem." The next day, I registered and rode a shared bike to the new school with 2 big dark circles under my eyes. I had a passionate conversation with that conspicuous girl the whole night. She regarded me as her only best sister in college and asked me to meet her on the playground at 10 o'clock today. She also said she would take me for a ride in her helicopter. I laughed. Today I had to see this conspicuous bag make a fool of itself. After checking in, it was almost 10 o'clock. I logged into my secondary account at lightning speed and sent her a message. Sister, where are you? I've been waiting for you on the playground for a long time, Li Feifei. What color clothes are you wearing? The other side replied in seconds. Li Feifei is the pseudonym I gave her. My real name is David. I slowly moved to the playground and found that it was surrounded by people. A helicopter was parked precisely in the circle of my classmates. A dozen bodyguards kept the huge crowd of onlookers out. Through the crowd, I saw a slender, delicate-looking, innocent girl half-leaning on the helicopter. At this moment, she was looking at her phone impatiently. Where have you been? Why are you taking so long? The phone vibrated slightly. It was a message from Linda. My mind went blank. Is this young lady really rich? What she said yesterday was true. The clown is actually me? What's going on, Li Feifei? Your old car broke down halfway through the journey? I told you that the Porsche engine is not good. Shouldn't you buy a Bugatti this time? If all else fails, you can pick one from my garage. I just need to clean out the garage, so I'll give you a sisterly gift. Where are the people? Speak? I quickly turned around and ran, exiting my account as I ran. Damn it, if she knew that I not only lied to her, but was also a man, would she be so angry that she would kill me? It is said that rich people have very strange tempers. What if she destroys my body? I am still young, and I have parents and children to take care of. Of all strategies, running away is the best one. I quickly carried my suitcase and found the dormitory. 2 of my roommates were already there. The men's dormitory is for 4 people. There is a bed above and a desk below. All the seats near the window were taken, so I only got a seat near the door. Hello, my name is Robert, this is Franklin, we will be roommates from now on. The burly-looking boy and the skinny guy next to him greeted me first. My name is David, and we're going to be brothers living in the same dormitory from now on. A few of us were making the beds, tidying up, and chatting at the same time. Do you know? When I checked in just now, I saw a helicopter parked downstairs. There was a girl standing next to her. She was so pretty. Who is she? Apparently this explosive news has spread throughout the school, as Franklin was the first to speak. My hands froze as I was making the bed. I saw her when I came here. She's the daughter of a rich man, or a super rich one. But her face is so stunning. She's definitely a school beauty. Robert looked like a nympho. David, what do you think? They both asked me. I didn't see it clearly. After hearing my answer, the 2 people nodded and continued asking questions. If I could be her boyfriend, I would be so happy. She's beautiful and rich. Franklin fantasized. Oh, by the way, this rich girl is one of the conspicuous ones who showed off her wealth in the freshman group yesterday. Robert continued. What about the other one? I didn't see any other woman driving a luxury car except her. Franklin asked. The corners of my mouth couldn't help twitching. Another one is next to you. Just when the atmosphere was becoming awkward, our 4th roommate showed up. A boy dressed in high-end designer clothes and dragging a large LV suitcase walked in. He glanced around the dormitory with disdain and pinched his nose. I just came back from studying in the United States. There's no way I can squeeze into such a crowded and poor dormitory. What's wrong with the old man? Didn't I tell him to buy me a villa near the school in advance? How can people live here? It's like a slum. What if all my luxury items are stolen? I heard that my roommate in college loves to steal things. What should I do if my limited edition AJ is lost? The guy glanced at the 3 of us with disdain. No, are you sick? If you are sick, go see a doctor, okay? This is a university dormitory. Who stole something? Robert said passionately. Be quiet. Can you please be quiet? I really can't stand breathing the same air with people like you who use vulgar language. We'll be living in the same dormitory from now on. We haven't offended you, so why do you say such harsh words? Franklin was also angry. Harsh? I'm just telling the truth. Come here and help me make the bed. My uncle is the director of this school. If I'm in a good mood, I can even let you get some scholarships or financial aid. I looked at his arrogant face and immediately an idea came to my mind. Brother, you are so rich, you won't let us work for nothing, right? It's 2,000 yuan to make the bed once. If you are okay, I will make it for you. 2,000? Why don't you go rob the money? The brother's face changed. 2,000 should be a drop in the bucket for you, young master, right? No way, no way? Young master, you can't be unable to afford 2,000? I pretended to cover my mouth and exclaimed. No problem. Poor people just can't hide their poverty. The young master gritted his teeth, took out his mobile phone with a painful look on his face, added me on WeChat, and transferred 2,000 yuan to me. Looking at the newly deposited 2,000 yuan, I carefully and happily helped him make the bed. My name is Joe, you can also call me by my Chinese name, James, he introduced himself. Although I will have to live with poor people like you for the next 4 years of college, as long as you listen to me, I will not treat you unfairly. My fiancée is the girl on the playground today. You should have seen it. You and I are destined to be from two different worlds. Don't try to become a phoenix by flying up the tree. Stay away from my fiancé. Oh, it turns out that conspicuous bags are always accompanied by conspicuous bags. I am not surprised at all that Linda has a fiancé like James. Robert and Franklin watched James transfer $2,000 to me without blinking an eye, and they felt a little uneasy. If his family was really that rich, they couldn't afford to offend them. James made these harsh words and walked out, leaving the three of us in the dormitory looking at each other in bewilderment. What are you standing there for? This god of wealth dropped from the sky, just treat it as an early internship. We can just ask him for money for whatever he asks us to do. Today I'll treat you, let's go to the school cafeteria. So, I used the $2,000 James gave me to treat my roommate to a luxurious cafeteria meal that cost $200. In the evening, James did not return to the dormitory, and the three of us were happy to relax. Before going to bed, I nervously logged into my secondary account, and the message from Linda already showed 99. Sister, where are you? Did you stand me up? I've been waiting for you on the playground for an hour. Where are you? Is it because my helicopter is not impressive enough for you? Well, since you're the only friend I recognize in school, I'm willing to change to a better one for you, okay? Hello? Can I talk? Oh. I let out a long sigh. What's wrong, David? Robert asked. Suppose, you have a friend who cheats on another person, and the other person treats him as a lifelong brother, and if it is discovered that it is all fake, what will happen? I asked hesitantly. You mean, your friend lied to his friend about something, and if he confessed, how would his friend look at him? Robert translated incoherently. Yes, that's what I mean. Maybe we won't be friends anymore. Anyway, revenge shouldn't be possible. Revenge, the only thing on my mind was revenge. I must not let Linda know that I am David, I must not. The first week for new students to register is for everyone to get familiar with the environment and each other, and there are no classes. Every day, except for eating, I hid in the dormitory and didn't want to go out, for fear of meeting Linda with a guilty look on her face. James hasn't returned to the dormitory this week. I don't know where he has gone. Robert Franklin and I have become good friends, and our favorite thing to do every day is to play games and chat about gossip in the evening. Do you know? Today, someone encountered another helicopter beauty. Her name was found out to be Linda. It is said that she is asking in every department whether there is a girl named Li Feifei. It seems that she has been cheated in love. Robert said mysteriously. Ah? 2 girls have sparks flying. It's nice to hear, so tell me more. Franklin's crocodile tears seemed to be flowing from the corners of his mouth. Li Feifei seemed to be the most conspicuous person in another group. The two of them had agreed to meet on the playground, but Linda just stood up. There's something going on between them, definitely something going on. I hid under the covers and secretly listened to Robert and Franklin's gossip, my heart pounding. Then isn't James Linda's fiancé? If Linda likes men, what about James? Franklin suddenly reacted. We don't understand the habits of rich people, Robert replied. Just like that, a week passed quickly, and I officially plunged into the intense and exciting university life. On the first day of class, James finally arrived at school, and groups of girls surrounded him flatteringly. James enjoyed it very much and looked at us with great pride. Don't think too much about me. All of this outfit was bought for me by my fiancé. This watch is only about a few $100,000, not a lot of money. The three of us watched him feel so uncomfortable and just managed to get through the required class. I didn't take the same elective courses as them, I chose finance as my minor. There were already many students from other departments sitting sparsely in the classroom. I found a seat in a corner and sat down, playing with my phone while waiting for class to start. As exclamations rang out in the classroom, I followed the crowd's gaze. Linda stood conspicuously at the door of the classroom and walked in slowly. I quickly buried my head under the table. Although there were no photos, I still felt inexplicably guilty. Linda sat down next to me slowly, and people could be heard gasping for air all around me. This was followed by whispers. Doesn't Linda have a fiancé? It seems to be James from the law department. It was all over the news today. Linda is in the same class with us. Her looks are so amazing. Shh, keep your voice down so she doesn't hear you. My classmates' whispers gradually became louder, but I still didn't dare to look up. Li Feifei. Linda's gentle voice rang above my head, and for some reason I could hear a hint of gnashing of teeth. I raised my head stiffly and smiled stiffly. Classmate, my name is David, not Li Feifei. David, right? I thought your real name was Li Feifei. Linda sneered. I laughed awkwardly too. Linda looked me up and down. You really got the wrong person. Where's your limited edition Porsche parked? I don't understand what you are saying. Linda stared at my face and laughed angrily. She opened the chat interface with me and directly transferred 52,000 yuan with real name authentication, David. What a coincidence. I checked all the school records and you are the only one named David. I was wrong. I wanted to cry but I couldn't. No, who would have known that a rich girl like you would post those things in the freshman group like a primary school student? No normal person would think it's true, right? Not only did you lie to me, you even went missing with me. Did you really think I couldn't find you? I was so wrong. I thought you were joking. Do you know how hot it was yesterday? I wasted so much time using the air conditioner standing outside waiting for you, and you disappeared without even saying a word? Sister, I will work like a cow and a horse in the future and apologize to you, okay? Humph. That's more like it. Since you are the one I, Linda, have chosen, even if you are a man, you have to be my sister. Linda snorted. Brother, no, big brother, just let me go. Does being friends with me injustice you? Linda's face turned cold. No, no, no. That's fine. I'll give you a welcome gift. I've airlifted my limited edition laser powder Ferrari over here and will park it in the private parking space I bought for you. Linda threw a bunch of keys into my hands. From now on, we are brothers, friends. Just like that, I was forced to accept Linda's sports car keys and was forced to add her contact information using my own username. When I returned to the dormitory, I was immediately surrounded by Robert and Franklin. They opened the school confession wall and looked gossipy. Why are you sitting with Linda? I heard that Linda even gave you a sports car just for adding you on WeChat. I clicked on the photos on the confession wall, and they were candid shots of the two of us from various angles. There is a snapshot of Linda sneering and me smiling back awkwardly. The title is, The Daughter of a Wealthy Family and the Mysterious Boy Have a Good Chat. Linda gave me a sports car, and I took a photo of it with tears in my eyes. The title is, Linda Spends a Fortune on a Mysterious Boy. There is a snapshot of Linda scanning my QR code. The title is, Linda Betrayed Her Fiancé and Took the Initiative to Add David, a freshman in the law department. Good man, even my name was dug out. You'd better hide. James will come back to the dormitory to catch you soon. He will be furious after reading these things. Franklin was a little anxious. At this time, Linda sent me a message. Friend, have you eaten yet? If not, I will take you to eat in my new Bugatti Veyron. The accompanying picture is a photo of a sexy red sports car. The new sports car I bought is much easier to drive than the Ferrari. If you ask me, the Ferrari engine is not as good as the Bugatti engine. You will know it after you try it. I am definitely right about the issue we discussed. No, you can drive the car I gave you, and we can have a speed race. I'll call my dad to book the venue. I'm not hungry now. Let's talk about it when I'm hungry. Also, I told you that what I said was just bragging. Why are you still discussing with me whether Ferrari or Bugatti has a better engine? Then I have no one to discuss this with. You are the first person to tell me so much. Everyone around me says that I am right. You are the only one who disagrees with me. If I don't talk to you, who else can I talk to? It doesn't matter. You'll know which engine is better after driving it for 2 laps. If you're hungry, let's go eat. I can't eat in this school cafeteria for a whole day. Without waiting for my reply, James walked into the dormitory aggressively. David, what's going on between you and Linda? You cheated on me, my fiancé? You bastard. Didn't I warn you not to try to become a phoenix? How dare you add Linda's WeChat? You don't want to stay in this school anymore, right? I now order you to delete her WeChat immediately. A poor, low-class person like you is worthy of standing with Brother Qingze? I didn't want to have too much involvement with Linda, but I got a little angry after hearing what James said. First of all, it was your fiancé who added me. Are you blind? Secondly, we have not done anything inappropriate. If you are angry, you can just ask your fiancé to cut ties with me. Finally, whether I can stay in this school is not something that can be decided by your words, master. After a while of output, I feel that my mental state has stabilized a lot. It's hard to explain to a poor guy like you. Don't think I don't know what you think. Do you think Linda would be interested in a poor guy like you? You want to achieve a class leap by relying on Linda? Why don't you look in the mirror to see if you are worthy enough? If you don't make a clear distinction between you and Linda within 3 days, you will be expelled from school. Do you understand? I sat on the bed, thinking, what if he really made me drop out of school in 3 days? Would I go home and cry to my parents? Wouldn't it be a bit embarrassing to ask my parents to solve the problem at such an age? I'm asking you a question? Are you scared? As long as you listen to me and admit your mistake, I will be magnanimous and forgive you. After all, I can understand that a poor loser wants to marry into a rich family. James thought I was scared and became even more proud. Robert and Franklin, who were standing nearby, were so frightened by the scene that they didn't know what to say. 5 million yuan has been deposited into Alipay. This was my voice call notification tone. It was from Linda. James sneered, poor people use such lowbrow ringtones. I didn't want to answer the call at first, but I answered it out of spite and even turned on the speaker. Just in time, Linda, didn't you say you treat me like a sister? Look at how your fiancé bullies your sister. Hello? David, why don't you reply to my message? Are you going to disappear again? Linda. James grabbed the phone excitedly. Who are you? I'm James. Your fiancé, the one we were engaged to when we were little. What James? I don't know him. Who can talk to me? Hurry up and give the phone to David. Linda said impatiently. Linda. James said aggrievedly, how can you say that? This is the engagement your grandfather made. My grandfather is my grandfather and I am me. Even if there really is one, I won't marry him. Do you understand? Who do you think you are? Let little David speak. Linda, my name is David, not little David. I was furious. Okay. David, come with me to try out the new sports car. I'll pick you up downstairs of your dormitory in 10 minutes. Linda, how could you go on a date with another man? James still didn't give up. Hey bro, I don't know you, don't keep calling me Linda. I was wondering why people keep asking about me and my fiancé recently. It turns out you were the one who spread the rumor. Don't blame me if you dare to go out and say nonsense again. After that, Linda hung up the phone. James glared at me and ran out of the classroom. What's going on? Robert asked nervously. It's a long story. So I spent 10 minutes telling them both how I became the second most conspicuous person among the freshman group. Just after I finished speaking and had no time to drink a sip of water, Linda called again. Go downstairs. When I got downstairs, Linda's car was surrounded by male college students. I happened to witness the whole process of a handsome young man asking Linda for her phone number and being rejected. Come up, little David. What little David? My name is David. Okay, David. The first time I sat in the passenger seat of a Bugatti Veyron, I was a little nervous. Look at my new car, isn't it handsome? The sound waves and the fastback are really top-notch. I looked at Linda's almost perfect profile and couldn't understand why she was so talkative. Shouldn't a high-class lady be cool and quiet? She was talking a lot, right? I think your car is pretty good. I looked it up and down and gave a fair evaluation, but it's still not as good-looking as a Porsche. Where are you going to take me? How's Burma? My family practices involuntary organ donation. If you say that the Bugatti Veyron is cool, I will take you to eat teppanyaki. 6. There was another long silence. Forget it, one day you will think Bugatti is more handsome. Linda took the lead in breaking the awkwardness. So are we going to eat teppanyaki now? Actually, I was hungry but I was embarrassed to say it. This time it was Linda's turn to be speechless. So do you want to eat teppanyaki? I asked again without giving up. Eat. The supercar stopped in front of a teppanyaki restaurant that looked very expensive. Linda even opened the car door for me. Well, actually, I don't know how to open the door of a supercar. Why are you so stupid? Linda rolled her eyes at me. I'm a little embarrassed. When we walked into the teppanyaki restaurant, the waiter greeted us familiarly, "Hello, Boss Linda," and then took us to a seat by the window. It was my first time in such a high-end restaurant. My entire outfit cost less than 500 yuan, which was totally out of place with the restaurant's decor. Order anything you want, it's my treat. Linda turned the menu in front of me. I was a little at a loss. The waiter seemed to see my embarrassment and kindly recommended a few dishes to me. I ate the meal very stiffly. When Linda paid the bill, I subconsciously glanced at the bill. I didn't eat much, but it cost more than 5,000. After dinner, Linda asked me to accompany her to look at perfumes, and so we walked into the mall together like strangers. Linda spends money without blinking an eye. She buys whatever the shopping guide recommends. When we went in, we had nothing in our hands, and when we came out, we had a lot of bags. When we got back to the car, things were piled everywhere. I felt helpless. Linda, could you please not buy so many things at once? Why? Linda tilted her head. You just want to buy a bottle of perfume, but we have almost emptied the perfume counter. Don't you know how small the space in your sports car is? You're right, but except for the women's perfume which I bought for myself, the men's perfume is for you. I was stunned. You're my friend. I thought a sports car was pretty unoriginal, and you didn't seem to like it that much, so I asked my dad, and he said boys can also be given perfume as gifts. There's no need to buy so much, right? I held my forehead with my hand. You don't like it? I like it, I like it. Sorry, the temptation of money. But even though I like it, I can't afford to pay you back for all the things you gave me. I sighed, thank you for your kindness, but I won't accept the perfume, and the sports car will be returned to its original owner. Why? You don't like any of it? Linda frowned. I like it, but I won't accept the reward without merit. You are my friend, what's wrong with giving you a gift? Linda was very puzzled. I couldn't even refute it. Is the world of rich people so simple? In the end, I did not confiscate Linda's gift, and Linda also insisted on not letting me return the sports car keys to her. Back in the dorm, Robert and Franklin came up to me. How was your date with Linda? Are you two together? The boy's gossipy heart was burning. It's not what you think. I pushed them apart and climbed onto the bed. What was it like? They both asked in unison. Let me start this story from the beginning. So you didn't confiscate any bottles? Franklin asked angrily after hearing about my day trip. Not a single bottle was confiscated. Idiot. 3 weeks have passed unknowingly, and the annual school student union recruitment has begun. School life is dull and tedious. There is no department I want to apply for. I just want to lie down and do nothing. Linda and I chat every night. At first, she was the only one who contacted me, but later I would take the initiative to contact her. Mainly because sometimes my mental state is unstable, and it's quite comfortable to go crazy with her, like now. I don't want to go to any of this damn student union. Who isn't? They're so annoying and send me emails every day to invite me. Linda agreed. Who made you rich and beautiful? It's normal for you to be invited, right? You're right. No wonder no one wants to date you. It must be because you're ugly and poor. Linda. I screamed in a voice bar. Bedtime, little David, 886. My little sister, be careful or I will send you on maternity leave in a minute. After that dinner, Linda never came to see me again. We rarely meet at school, and most of our chats are on the internet. In the end, I returned the sports car keys to her. It always felt weird to have them with me. After returning the sports car, getting along with her became much more natural, and gradually, I got used to having her around. Robert and Franklin always joked about Linda and me, saying that we were a perfect match and would eventually fall in love. I sometimes think about this question, and I have to admit that she is indeed pretty, generous, and rich, but when I think about how sharp-tongued she is, I dismiss the idea. James has never lived in the dormitory. Looking at his circle of friends, he either shows off his luxury cars or famous watches every day, just like a typical rich second generation. He would still say something mean to me from time to time, but I wouldn't tolerate his bad habits and would just fight back directly. Maybe it was because of Linda. James's promise to fire me after 3 days did not happen and fell on deaf ears. Except for the open classes, I can see him every day. We basically don't meet at other times, but it's not that unacceptable. I don't know when Linda started to act weird. She used to brainwash me every day that Bugatti Veyron was the coolest, but now this movie seems to have good reviews and I really want to go see it. When I returned to the dormitory after the elective course, James was there for the first time. He rolled his eyes at me disdainfully, raised his head and said, "From today on, I will be back in the dormitory. After the lights are turned off at 10 o'clock, you are not allowed to talk. I am a light sleeper and cannot hear any noise. Also, the dormitory must be cleaned every day. Don't forget, the three of you. I will be angry if it is not clean. Some people shouldn't think they can do whatever they want just because they hook up with a rich woman. Loser's life is loser's life." I ignored James' madness, went to bed, put on earplugs and started complaining to Linda. "Your fiancé is not mentally sound." I typed. "Little David, how many times have I told you that I don't have a fiancé?" Linda added with an angry expression. "He will be living in the dormitory from today on. My good days are coming to an end. Do you want me to tell my dad? My dad knows the principal here and he can move you to a new dormitory away from him?" Linda asked. No, what's the use of him making flowers?" I didn't care much when I sent this message, but later I paid the price for my self-confidence. The next day, I returned to the dormitory after early class. "My bag is lost," James yelled angrily. This attracted several boys from the neighboring dormitory to watch. "What bag?" Robert asked. "I posted it in the school group. Didn't you see it? This is a limited edition high-end product from G. There are only 10 of them in the world. It's worth more than 800,000 yuan, which is more money than you can earn in your lifetime. I'm calling the police." "James, calm down first. Did you forget where you lost it? When did you lose it?" Franklin said. "How can you be calm? This is a birthday present my dad gave me. It was lost after morning class." James was so anxious that he jumped up and down. At this time, the dormitory manager and the secretary of the law department were also attracted by the sound. "What are you arguing about? What's going on?" The secretary glanced at us unhappily, then softened his gaze when he turned to James. "Secretary Lee, my bag worth $800,000 is missing. It must be my roommate who took it away because he thought it looked good." James shouted even louder when he saw the secretary coming. "Is there any misunderstanding? Are you sure the bag was lost in the dormitory?" Secretary Lee asked hesitantly. "Of course I'm sure. I asked to open everyone's lockers and check." Before we could say anything, James opened Franklin's locker and started searching. "That's my closet. Don't throw my clothes." Franklin tried to stop James anxiously. "Classmate, a person with a clear conscience has nothing to fear. Please let classmate James take a look." Secretary Lee frowned and stopped Franklin. After James had rummaged through Franklin's closet, he went to rummage through Robert's closet. "Secretary Lee, isn't it a violation of our privacy for her to rummage through our lockers like that?" I asked. "What privacy rights? We are all classmates. I am still here. This is a serious theft case. The school is helping to deal with the problem. It will help to clear the suspicion after the search, right?" Secretary Lee said seriously. When he came to my locker, James yelled, "My bag is in David's locker. This thief? He is a thief. Student David, you stole your roommate's bag. This is a very bad behavior. I will report it to the school," Secretary Lee said angrily. I was also confused. I just came back from class and didn't have a chance to go back to the dormitory. It wasn't me who took it. "That's right, David has been with us all the time, how could he have time to steal a bag?" Franklin said. "And there's no reason for him to put it in his own cabinet, right?" Secretary Lee, isn't it a bit too hasty for you to make such a direct definition? Robert agreed. Stop quibbling, okay? You're jealous of me all the time and now you're stealing my things. David, if you like one I can give you one. Isn't this just quibbling? I'm going to call the police. James looked at me smugly. Don't call the police. If you do, David's situation will be ruined. The school will give him a serious warning and ask him to apologize to you publicly at the flag-raising ceremony next week. Let's just forget about it. Okay, since Secretary Lee said so, I have no objection, said James. Why? I looked at the students outside who were pointing and taking photos and videos, and I got angry. I want to call the police. I agree to call the police. There are no fingerprints of mine on this bag. I want to call the police. Why call the police? Classmate James has already agreed not to pursue the matter, so stop making trouble. Now, prepare your self-review for next Monday. If you make trouble again, I don't mind directly applying to the school to expel you. Secretary Lee said impatiently, and left the dormitory, sending away the onlookers. Are you still showing off? What were you thinking when you stole my bag? James' smug voice came. At this moment, I feel like I can't explain even if I speak 100 times. Why should I apologize? I didn't do anything. There is no surveillance in the boys' dormitory, and the bag has been returned to James. There are no witnesses, and they won't let me call the police. After today, I won't be able to clear myself even if I jump into the Yellow River. Linda sent a message. Do you want to go to dinner today? I have something to tell you. I don't want to go. I'm in a bad mood. I replied. What's wrong? Tell me and make me happy. Seeing her annoying message, I felt even worse. My phone started typing away and I told her exactly what had happened. Why does this bag look so familiar? Linda's focus was completely not on what I was saying. Can you please comfort me? I said angrily. No, this bag looks really familiar. Can you take a screenshot of James's moments for me? I took a screenshot of James' moments and sent it to Linda, but Linda never sent me any more messages. After a while, James hurriedly left the dormitory carrying a suitcase, and no one knew where he was going. David, don't be sad, we believe you. As soon as James left, Franklin and Robert came up to comfort me. Oh. I sighed and smiled bitterly. James didn't return to the dormitory until the evening. Franklin and Robert stayed with me all night, telling me jokes and talking about life and ideals. My mood finally eased a little. The next morning, someone recorded the entire thing that happened in our dormitory and posted it on the confession wall. The comments section was full of people cursing me. They said I didn't study hard in college and stole other people's things. They also dug up the fact that Linda and I went out to eat together, and that Linda spent a fortune on buying me a sports car. In an instant, the labels of materialistic, thief, and corrupt were all attached to me. People always point fingers at me when I walk to school. You see, he is the thief who stole other people's bags. He looks like a decent person, but he is actually a thief behind the scenes. Don't say it. Aren't you afraid that he will hear you? What if he hates you and steals your things? I have a hard time attending classes every day and can only go out wearing a hat, mask, and sunglasses. The teachers and school leaders also looked at me with tinted glasses. Other people's in-class tests were just okay, but if I had any problems with my tests, they would hold me up for a long time. James never lived in the dormitory again after that. According to him, he was afraid that I would take his things away again. He spread rumors in the class group and school group that I was a thief, and also spread rumors that his shampoo and shower gel were running out very quickly, and he must be the culprit. Linda never contacted me again after that day. I don't know if it was because she believed that I was a thief and stole her fiancé's bag. Although I haven't known Linda for very long, I feel bad when I think about her believing the rumors and not me. It is Monday and today is the flag-raising ceremony. I didn't prepare a self-criticism. When Secretary Lee called my name and asked me to go on stage to self-criticize, I walked up alone. David, where is your self-criticism? Secretary Lee asked me sternly. I just lowered my head and said nothing. There were all these scrutinizing looks and pointing fingers at me from the crowd. Some even went further and directly shouted at the thief to get out of the school. I didn't do it, but I can't prove my innocence. I was insulted, pointed at, and slandered simply because of trumped-up charges. David, as long as you apologize to James in public, the school will not expel you. If you don't cause any substantial financial losses, James is willing to give you another chance. Secretary Lee's voice was like a magic sound that pierced my ears, and he led me to apologize to James in front of the whole school, one sentence at a time. She seemed to be saying, apologize. Apologize. There is nothing you can do except apologize. I took the microphone that Secretary Lee handed to me with difficulty, and was interrupted by a voice just as I was about to open my mouth. Wait a moment. Linda walked over slowly with her long legs, and the noisy environment below suddenly became silent. She walked slowly to my side, just like the day she recognized me, stopped, and took the microphone from my hand. David didn't do it, why should he apologize? Linda's voice was firm and gentle, and her beautiful almond-shaped eyes stared at me, as if with magic, making me feel at ease. Student Linda, you. Shut up. Secretary Lee was about to say something when he was interrupted by Linda. I uploaded some things to the school group. You can all take a look at them together. Linda's voice was calm and powerful. First of all, this bag James has was bought by my mother for my father last year. This bag itself does not belong to James. She paused and continued, I have sent my mother's purchase record to the group. If James has anything to quibble about, he can also send the purchase record. There was an uproar in the audience, and students took out their phones to check what Linda had posted in the group. Secondly, my dad's bag has been missing since last month, along with some high-end bags that he seldom used last year. It was only found by our nanny on the day David was wrongly accused. Linda's voice was still calm, but every word sounded like a heavy hammer hitting everyone's heart. Secondly, there is a video in the group of the nanny stealing bags and clothes from my villa last month. There is also a video of James coming in and out of my house at will for the past 3 months, and posing for photos after the nanny has cooked. And there is also a video of James dragging a large suitcase into my house a while ago. There was a hint of coldness in Linda's voice. Oh yes, there are also photos of James and Secretary Lee having a pleasant conversation. Linda smiled slightly, but there was a hint of sarcasm in her smile. Finally, I want to say that David didn't even like the multi-million-dollar sports car I gave him, so how could he possibly like your $800,000 bag? Linda's voice suddenly became louder with a hint of anger. Those followers who only know how to spread rumors and spew shit should think carefully when they encounter problems in the future. I have already reported this matter to the police. James is suspected of stealing from our family's finances. The amount is more than $5 million, it is a major case. There was a dead silence in the audience, and everyone was shocked by Linda's words. James' face turned pale instantly, and he opened his mouth, but couldn't say anything. After Linda finished speaking, she pulled my wrist and walked off the stage. Behind me was James' heart-wrenching scream, David, you bitch, you seduced my fiancée and made her team up with you to deal with me. Just as I was about to turn around, Linda covered my ears. Don't look back, just keep going. She put her baseball cap on my face and quickly pulled me away from the playground. Arriving at the parking lot behind the school, 2 shiny laser pink sports cars were parked among a bunch of cars. I couldn't imagine what it would be like for a 1.77-meter tall boy to sit in a soft pink sports car. You pick one, and I'll take you out for dinner, a movie, and a massage to relax you. There was a hint of teasing in Linda's voice. Don't take no for an answer, she added. I looked at her tough look, and I burst into laughter, feeling warm inside. Then let's go with Bugatti Veyron laser powder, okay, miss? I teased. No problem, little David. She smiled. Oh, never mind, call me whatever you want. I shook my head helplessly. Sitting in the passenger seat, I saw all pink leather seats, even the steering wheel was pink. I stared at her in amazement. How is it? Does it look good? Linda asked with some pride. Beautiful, beautiful. The corners of my mouth twitched, but I still praised it against my will. Linda took me to a restaurant, this time a medium-priced barbecue restaurant, decorated in pink, full of girlishness. After entering, I began to look around, forgetting the sadness just now. This time I took the menu and ordered naturally. 1 serving of beef belly, 1 serving of tomahawk steak, 1 serving of Angus marbled Wagyu beef, 1 serving of button mushroom, 1 serving of sweet potato chips, 2 servings of cheese durian, and 2 glasses of guava juice. You'll have to pay for this meal since you ordered so much. Linda rolled her eyes at me. The total cost for the 2 of us was less than 400 yuan, and I treated her to the meal. Linda, is your family bankrupt? After paying the bill, I was a little confused. Isn't this guy the one who loves to throw money at people? Why did he change his nature today? No, no. Linda gritted her teeth. But it doesn't matter. I should have been the one treating you to this meal. You've done me such a big favor today, so it's only right that I should pay. I'm just curious, don't mind it, I explained. Yeah. Linda nodded coolly. She took me to a private massage parlor, saying that I needed to relax my shoulders and neck because I was tense. After the massage, she took me to see a movie. Surprisingly, she didn't book the whole theater, but only bought 4 seats because she didn't want others to sit next to us. The movie was great, and she went to the bathroom near the end. I watched the end of the movie by myself. Just as I was about to stand up and walk out of the cinema, the lights that had been on went out again. Sister, you are so right. I am 177 centimeters tall and I really can't stretch my legs when sitting in a sports car. If it really doesn't work, I won't drive. I'll just make do with the stretched Rolls-Royce at home. A familiar voice sounded in the darkness. Then 2 beams of light came down, one on me and one on the dome. Linda walked over and the light moved with her walking path. Little David, ever since I met you, I have been attracted by your interesting soul. You are different from everyone else around me. Her voice was gentle but firm. You are energetic, funny, and good-looking. My eyes can't help but follow you. She paused and continued, I don't know when I started not wanting to consider you a brother. Maybe I didn't want to from the beginning because I didn't have any friends of the opposite sex. I specifically asked when I got home. I don't need a business marriage, and I don't have a boyfriend who's arranged to marry me. There was a hint of anticipation in her voice. So can you give me a chance and be my boyfriend? She finally got to the point. I was stunned. I didn't expect her to confess her feelings at this time. Before I could say anything, she spoke again. I'm so disgusted. Linda threw away the draft paper in her hand and said, What kind of crap is this? It's written by a gold medal writer and cost me 800 yuan. It's rubbish. She raised her head and looked at me, pinching my chin. In a word, I like you. From today on, you are my boyfriend, and I am you, your elder brother. She suddenly became a little bold, which made me laugh. After that, she slowly took out a small box from her pocket. I watched her nervously open the box and found a gold bar inside. I chose this gold bar myself when I went to the store. My mom said that nothing is better than a gold bar as a gift because it maintains its value and does not risk any setbacks. My dad likes it very much, she explained. Suddenly, cheers broke out all around me, and I realized that all this was carefully arranged by her. I looked at her, a smile appeared on my face, I happily accepted the gold bar and held her hand.